Hello, Professor Hugh, and anybody else watching. This is Hunter Derek, and this is milestone number 2 for UAT tanks or GPE205. And for this milestone, we had to do a number of different things, mainly focus on AI functionality. And we focused on some finite state machines, and to be upfront, I'm still kind of learning. Not really 100% sure how they work, but I know there's definitely some things I need to improve on for this milestone specifically. Um, but here, some of the points we had to hit: make sure the enemy tanks are different, similar to the tank, but can tell they're different. They have a motor, they shoot, they are controlled by an AI controller component. Um, then the AI controller must have the following: field of view for the player can see, or for the AI to see, hear, and to see if the player is in their sights. This part, I know it's checked off in green. It's kind of working, but not really to the point where I want it at, or to the point where I know it's going to be super functional in the game. But it's kind of working. And array for patrol points. I do have this set up, and the AI is navigating through a maze on a different set of waypoints. Then an enum variable, which is a personality where the AI can choose from, which is the finite state machine. Mine has 5, and the it does one of the other enemy tanks has a different enum that's not operating on a finite state machine, which I'll show you in just a minute. And then one AI must navigate through a maze, which I have, goes through waypoints. And then I have at least one must patrol, rotate on hearing, stop on sight, and fire when in sights. I have that. The firing is still kind of wonky. It's not working all the time, and I'm still working on it, but I'm running out of time to turn the assignment in. And so that's something I need to work on and finish and resubmit as well. And then one tank must chase the player and do obstacle avoidance, which I'll show you. Again, still, this one has its points where it works and doesn't work all the time. So still some things to work out there. And at least one tank must flee from the player, which I will show you as well. So here are the points for milestone 2. Let's jump straight into Unity. So here is my main level scene, which you can see main 00, and it's not saved. Let's save it. Okay. So here is the maze. This is the enemy tank that will navigate through the maze at different waypoints, which I have set here. This tank will navigate through those waypoints. Here is the obstacle avoidance. This is one of the ones I was having issues with. I need to, I have it blocked in for now. I'll change the size of the wall during gameplay to show the obstacle avoidance. This enemy tank in here still found a way out of the obstacle and would chase me. So, I mean, it's technically doing what it's supposed to, but it's finding its way out too quickly before I can show the functionality of this tank, which is operating from the finite state machine, which you can see here. Here it has the AI states. You can choose from 5 different states: chase, chase and fire, check for avoidance, avoidance, and rest. Now, I have noticed that it does have some issues going into a rest state. But however, when I put it in a rest state, and if it's far enough away from my player, then it will rest, it will heal, and then it will resume its chase. So that's another thing I need to work on, which I will show you how it works. So without further ado, here's my player. I will show you this tank first, the finite state machine enemy tank first, then I'll navigate over to the waypoints to show you how this tank is navigating through different waypoints, and then I will change the size of this wall to show the obstacle avoidance. Granted, this tank stays still. Actually, what I'll do just to make sure he stays still until we get to that point, I'll just turn off the motor so that way he can't move anywhere until I'm ready. And so here we go. Let me put it on the enemy tank so you can see. Here's his health. Here's the max health. As of right now, I have the player tank, the damage turned up to 25. So then this is all changeable in the inspector. If a designer wanted to come in, they could change the force of which the missile is being shot, the destroy missile timer, that how long it takes to destroy the missile. This is the cooldown timer. I'm going to set it to 0.5 so that way I can only fire 0.5 seconds, or I can only fire 0.5 second per second, half a second. Sorry, it's late. And then this enemy won't shoot at me or anything like that. This was just navigating. This is navigating through the maze. And so this enemy tank will actually shoot, but it's only at a 5-second cooldown. So it won't shoot nearly as fast. I will decrease that to 1.5 just to show. Here's the console log. You'll be able to see kind of everything, how it works and goes through. Again, here is the health for the AI. Each time it gets shot, it will decrement by 25. And so let's give it a shot. This one is just not trying to, it's trying to access the motor in here, and it's not accessing it. As you can see, the enemy's firing, but it's having an issue actually reading my location. So here I shot it, it lost 25 health. You can see fire button pressed, hit the tank, and it fired. Fired again, lost 25. So now that's below half health. It's in the avoidance state, which here it's just driving in circles. Not sure why, but if I put it in a rest state, you can see that the health starts to regenerate. Then once it gets to 100, it'll go back into a chase state, chase me, and then fire at me. Still got to work on some of the physics. Don't you fall off the edge. Oh, well, he can die. Oh, he's in the rest state now. Okay, well, he can die. I can showcase that. Actually, I'll show it on a different tank. So here is the tank navigating through the waypoints. There he is. So we kind of just follow him around. Wow, he's fast. So there's a waypoint. There's a waypoint on the other side of this wall. He just can't get through there. So if you see, if I can hit him. Oh, I don't think I have health turned on this tank. Oh, I do. Why is it? Technical difficulties. There we go. So yeah, so he was, once he got down to 0 health, not sure why it took so many hits, but he died. So let's go back to the scene. Let's move this wall. Let me go back to the game real quick. So I'm going to do this so you can kind of see the obstacle avoidance in a little bit different framework here. Let's see, let's make sure data is 5 and 180. Let's lower this down a little bit just to really show what's happening. Alright, so the obstacle avoidance isn't really working well with this guy. However, you can see here that he goes into a different stage of avoiding me, goes into the flee mentality. Um, and it's supposed to be resetting, but for some reason it's not. Oh, there we go. Got further away, as you can kind of see here, that he's navigating, and he's chasing me, and he got too close, and now he's fleeing again. And so, again, still got to work on this kind of functionality a little bit with the obstacle avoidance and the chase versus flee. But again, same concept. I can shoot this guy. As you can see, 25, shot him again. Health is now down to 0. And yeah, that about sums it up for milestone number 2. I know there's still a lot of functionality that I need to work on as far as gaining a proper understanding of finite state machines and obstacle avoidance. But but this is something that I will be continuously working on and trying to get finished by Monday or Tuesday of this upcoming week, so that way it'll be more functional for the next milestone to come. And again, you'll have access to all of my scripts in Bitbucket. You can see how the scripts work and operate, and give me feedback if there's anything that you notice that I need to work on. And I know, I'm sorry this video ran a little long, but hopefully I kind of explained my case a little bit. And that about sums it up. Thank you for watching, and I love hearing feedback. So if you have feedback or ideas or thoughts on how I can make something a little bit better or more functional, please let me know, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.